Welcome back, folks. Well, today we have a very special two guests here, a special 2-for-1 deal here. We have Sergio Diaz, a certified physician assistant with the RGV Diabetes Association, and we also have Ronnie Laralde here with Edinburg Chamber of Commerce. He's the director of marketing and special events. Now we have two different events that we're going to be talking about, but we want to just share and get to know a little bit about each. So first we're going to start off with Sergio. Now you're here to talk a little bit about diabetes awareness.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what diabetes is exactly.
So diabetes is basically the sugar levels in the body. They become accumulated, and has some devastating effects long term. There are two types of diabetes. There's a type 1 diabetes, which is most commonly seen in children or younger adults, and then there is the type 2 diabetes, which is mostly seen in the middle-aged population. Type 1 diabetes has the cells that are produced to help with the insulin production are destroyed, and so they no longer can control the sugar in the body. And in type 2, mostly can be caused by people that have resistance to the natural insulins produced by the body.
Okay, and so when someone gets diagnosed with diabetes, how is it something that's reversible, or how do they treat it, or how do they kind of combat it?
So there's a lot of prevention, and how they're going to treat it is through medication. How they're going to combat it is being properly educated, doing a lifestyle modification to help lower the blood sugar levels.
Right, and so awareness is always key to kind of be aware of your body and what your body's going through. So how do people kind of stay vigilant, I guess, against diabetes?
Sure. Well, they need to be making sure that they follow up with their doctor and be getting regular checkups. If you're feeling some symptoms of diabetes, and that could be because maybe you're having some increased thirst sensation, you're having some abnormal weight loss, you're having some dry mouth, increased urination. Those may be symptoms of diabetes, and you should contact your doctor immediately. And
so for someone who is looking, maybe they don't have the means to kind of go to a doctor at the moment, is there a way for them to go somewhere to get screened? Are there different places they can go to for help or just for information?
Right, so you can contact the RGV Diabetes Association, and they can give you some guidance into getting some free screenings that are done here in the Valley locally.
Awesome, and so those help tremendously, I imagine, kind of staying a step ahead of the disease kind of keeps you, safer than not knowing.
That is correct, yes. You can greatly reduce risk of developing problems with the eyes, kidney problems, even the nervous system. You can reduce your risk for heart attacks and strokes as well.
Now, awareness is always something that's important, but also, raising awareness in the community. Now, here in the Rio Grande Valley, diabetes is such a hot topic here. Now, I know that there is ways that people can kind of participate and, donate to research. Now, I know there's a specific event being hosted next month. Now, can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So if there is a 11th annual gala coming up that is being supported through the RGV Diabetes Association, if you'd like to help participate in some way, you can go ahead and contact them. It's going to be a great event. They're going to have some food. They're going to have a live auction, a silent auction. There are going to be some dancers, some competitors, which is going to be really nice. And I've been there multiple times, and it's a great event. And
it's the Dancing with the Stars of Hidalgo County. Now, it's going to be held Saturday, October 14th at Mario's Banquet Hall in Mission at 6 o'clock. Now, if you want more information, you can go ahead and give them a call at 956-789-1900. Now, we heard that there's going to be some elected officials out there, people who work out in the community, and also our very own Carolina Cruz is going to be participating in that. So it's going to be a really amazing event for people to kind of go out, participate in, this kind of community event by also raising awareness for diabetes. Now, all the funds raised will go to diabetes research and the Diabetes Association. So it's going to be a great event to kind of keep the community informed about such a disease that could be very dangerous.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sergio, for coming on and talking to us and sharing this information.
Thank you.
Now, Ronnie, I know you have another fundraising event that's happening next month, actually, and it's the second annual University Draft House Beerfest event.
That is correct, yes.
So you were telling me it was the second annual. So the first was such a success, you guys decided to come back and do it again.
That is correct, yes. It's our second annual University Draft House Beerfest. It was the first of its kind, especially for the Edinburg Chamber of Commerce and the Edinburg Arts Foundation. University Draft House, which is a very popular restaurant wanted to give back to the community in some form of fashion with, you know, their craft beer. So it was a perfect fit with us and the Arts Foundation, since we're also focusing on arts and culture and craft in the city of Edinburg. So they came to us, and we decided to put together this craft beer and food festival in our beautiful city courtyard. So we're excited to raise some additional funds for our historical buildings in the city of Edinburg.
So I heard that there's going to be, I believe, 100 different beers to taste out there.
That is correct. We
Wow.
had over 100 beers, approximately 85 breweries
Wow.
from across the state. Craft beers with different types of beers, of course, pilsners, stouts, lagers, blondes. So yes, there'll be plenty of beer to taste or to sample, and of course we'll be featuring some of our local restaurants, such as University Draft House. You know, we have Santa Fe participating, La Pesca, Il Forno, and all that food is also part of the event as well.
Awesome. So it's not just a kind of adult and parent event, it's more like a family event kids can come to, or is it necessarily just kind of
It is.
adult?
It's actually a 21 and over
All right, 21
event.
sorry kids. But there's so many.
There's so many other events going on.
Exactly. But that's amazing to hear. So why did you all want to decide, I know, the city to partner up with University Draft House to kind of give back to the city? Was it something that they reached out to you with?
Yes, actually, you know, they run a similar event in McAllen, you know, through the Santa Fe Wine Classic. So they wanted to team up with us to do something with craft beer, and they came to us, and we pulled our resources together and to help, you know, fundraise. So 100% of the proceeds go to the Southern Pacific Depot, which is also a historical building that we own, that Chamber owns, and we have to keep up with the preservation of that. And also the Arts Foundation has currently, with the help of this event, has, you know, and the city has purchased the Sam Houston building, which is a historical building as well. In the future, that will be an arts and culture center for the city of Edinburg.
Right, so it's really important to kind of cultivate the arts. And I think that's really great, because I know a lot of programs now these days in schools and stuff are kind of getting cut out, and so this is really great that the city sees the importance of it and really wants to, you know, keep putting money into it and keeping it around. So when is this event going to be held, and how do people buy tickets to kind of to go?
They can, the event's October 21st,
Okay.
and they can log on to the website, which is University Draft House Beerfest.com.
Awesome.
They can purchase tickets at the restaurant, they can purchase tickets at the Chamber, and at the Dustin Sekula Library.
Awesome. And so how much do we know? Tickets are $60, I believe.
Tickets are $60.
Okay,
Yes.
and then how does that work as far as then once they're in the event? Does it kind of, do they get tickets, or do they have to pay for different vendors, or how does that work?
No, everything's inclusive, so
Okay.
they'll receive a pass, which allows them to sample 24 beers, which is 1 ounce beers, and then all the food that is there is present with that ticket. And of course, there's music, there's games. We're going to have some bucket drawings to different events in the state, or games and paintings and stuff like that.
Great. Well, that sounds like a great time, maybe a date night for people to go out and kind of hang out. Well, it sounds like both events are going to be great, especially raising awareness for diabetes and then kind of giving back to the community and cultivating the arts. So I wish you both the best of luck. I hope it's going to be a great turnout. I know it is, with dancing, with music. It's going to be a fantastic time. So thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you guys taking your time out and coming out and talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much. All right, folks. Well, when we come back, we are talking the 12th annual Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Fishing for Hope tournament. All the details you won't want to miss.